Alright, so I'm going to try to keep this video nice and short. This is for anybody that owns a 2013 to 2019 Cadillac ATS model. I think this should apply to the sedan and the coupe. So this is with an issue with a door blend actuator. So if you're watching this video, it's probably because you've been looking around like I did and I never found anything online. So door blend actuator is what's responsible for opening and closing on each side of the driver and the passenger whenever you're wanting to control the desired temperature. So for example, if the passenger wants it hot but you want it cold, then you change your side, and then there's a little actuator that takes care of that. And sometimes these tend to go bad. I've seen it commonly happen with the one on the driver's side, and then apparently the one that's here near the blower motor unit. But for me, unfortunately, of course, was this one right here. So you could see that this is another door blend actuator. This one is actually responsible for controlling opening and closing the door on the passenger side. This blend door here is for whenever you're setting to the floor, or for the vents to open either to the floor or to the vents or to the defroster. But this is not the one that I'm having issues with. This was the one that was making a weird stuck motor kind of noise, and that was the problem. It was doing it whenever I was trying to set to lower temperatures, so towards the colder. And so removing that in itself is not so hard. As you can see right there on the video, there's one Phillips head screwdriver, and then there's another one on the opposite end. I'm on the end of the job here, so I'm just trying to show you guys kind of like the reverse of what you would have to do to get that removed and reinstalled. So GM for some reason thought it'd be awesome to make things complicated for repairs. I feel bad for their technicians. I know that some people have to remove the entire dash just to get to that, but honestly, like, I was not feeling to do that, and so I was looking for a way to kind of go around that. And so this is the old unit here, right? Looks intact, but this was problematic, so I got a replacement unit. And when it came to removing it, man, was that hard. So like I said, there's one Phillips head screwdriver on that side, which I will show you again. So that one's not hard to get. You just get yourself a long Phillips screwdriver, and that'll help you get that removed. Now the second one is on the complete other end. So what I found myself having to do was getting down here, removing the blower motor, sticking my hand origami style. I'm probably not gonna be able to do this. Here we go. And you may not see it, but you'll notice that there's also like this broken honeycomb on the housing, and that's what I had to do. I had to actually, I learned later that I didn't have to cut into here, but rather you're gonna have to make a sort of hole or orifice to where your Phillips head can fit in there, and heading down in that direction is the second Phillips screw which you have to remove. Now that's part one of the hard part of this. The hardest part is getting this thing off. So I had to remove the entire dash panel, and by that I just mean this half. I had to remove the dashboard airbag, I'm sorry, not the entire dash panel. As you can see, the rest of the dashboard is installed there. Nothing's removed. I did have to remove the radio unit, the glove box compartment, obviously. Like I said, the blower motor. And what I found to be the easiest solution to this, as far as being able to remove that from there, was, and I know some of you are gonna hate me, but some of you will like it, I don't care. So what I had to do was I had to pry into this brace right here that's part of the dash. The good thing is this is aluminum welding, so I had to pry it off, pull on it here, bend it a little bit, and that's what finally gave me access to be able to remove that easily once the 2 screws were off. Now, removal and installation by doing this is much easier. What I plan on doing is, obviously people are gonna be like, oh my God, you broke the infrastructure of the thing. I don't care. This is aluminum. What I intend to do is to put a self-tapping screw here, couple of zip ties right here, because that welding broke off too. If yours doesn't break, great, you're in luck. If you know how to weld aluminum, perfect, go ahead and do it. But that's what I found to be the easiest solution into replacing that actuator. Because other than that, you're gonna find yourself, I spent hours trying to find a way to get that out before I arrived to that last choice. Now, if I would have been GM, I would have had given access to the repairman where I made that hole so that I could get into that screw a little easier. You know, it's tight in there. It's a tight fit. If you have big hands, I'm sorry. I'm trying to show you here. The blower motor has these this kind of, I don't know, it's not a clear slate for you to just stick your hand in there, but there is a way to kind of maneuver it, and you have to kind of, I'll try to show you. You have to stick your screwdriver there, stick your hand in here like so, wedge it in there in between, and when I tell you this is tight, this is tight. But you are basically going to grab it like so, and you're gonna try to wedge it in there and push there. Try to feel around for the screw. And the other thing I did is I would kind of get under there, look, try to hold the screwdriver in place. But this is really hard. I feel like GM could have done a little better job with the placement of this bracket, or maybe they could have actually made it a removable one. Like, they could have easily have this as a bolt-on bracket, and that would have solved so many freaking problems. But that's not the case. So if you have that rattling passenger side actuator, that's what you got to replace. And to get that replaced, you could do what I did and save yourself a big headache, lots of hours of labor. I'm not gonna go into detail on how to remove the dash airbag cover, how to remove the radio, how to remove any of those things, because I feel like there's plenty of YouTube videos out there. This is specifically for this issue of getting that actuator out of there. So hopefully it works for you guys. Let me know if it was helpful or not, and let me know what you think.